This news update is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Catch the sun power.
This is the 6 p.m. Barbados Today update for Tuesday, January 7, 2014. I'm Kmar Jordan. A call for urgent talks to review the rate of the value-added tax and for the reintroduction of a diesel subsidy is coming from the Chief Executive Officer of the Small Business Association, Lynette Holder. She says the social partnership needs to convene a meeting. She says the Barbados market is uncompetitive and will not improve unless firm action is taken.
I'm calling for action. And in order to get the action, so I need to have to meet to determine what it will be. And it's from that perspective, right? But we need, and definitely need, to have a rethink on these market fundamentals needed to enable our sectors to be competitive. And that is a concern that I have.
No word yet on the outcome of layoff talks between Finance Minister Chris Sinclair and union officials. The meeting at government headquarters today also involves Labour Minister Estebar Suku. Our Ryan Joseph is there and he files this report.
Going into those talks, the General Secretary of the National Union of Public Workers, Dennis Clark, was tight-lipped, only saying that he had no comment to make and that though he couldn't say he was optimistic, he was waiting to hear what the minister had to say. For his part, the BWU boss, Sir Roy Trotman, told journalists much of what Minister Sinclair said yesterday was being interpreted as a fait accompli. But this was not his view. He said that it was highly improper and indecent for the General Secretary of the BWU to come to a conclusion and that he didn't believe that a Minister of the Crown would invite him to a meeting if it wasn't towards an honourable purpose. Now, this evening's discussions brings a new party to join the discussions on finding a way forward with these retrenchments of 3,000 public service workers. There's a finance minister, there's now the Minister of Labour and Social Security, Dr. Estebar Suku, joining the combined team of the BWU and the NUPW. Reporting from government headquarters here on Bay Street, Ryan Jones, Barbados Today.
Thank you, Ryan. Well, former Barbadian Senator Rudy Grant is now heading Grenada's Tourism Authority. Grant, who last contested the St. Michael Central seat on a Barbados Labour Party ticket in the 2008 general election, took up his new post on January 1st. Grant is the agency's first CEO. He could not be reached today for comment, but the transition from the Grenada Tourist Board to the authority has not been without controversy, as workers had protested the move that saw some of them being sent home. There's regional and international news after this short break.
McInerney Quality and Consolidated Finance invite you to trade in your old car for a new one. So, bring your car and come to McInerney Quality in Wildy. That's right, all trade-ins are welcomed. Any make or model will trade towards your new car. Plus, you get 2 years free insurance when you purchase a Kia, Mazda or Ford. And with on-the-spot financing by Consolidated Finance, you can drive away with something new. So, bring your car and come to McInerney Quality in Wildy. All trade-ins are welcome.
The Business Minute, every Tuesday and Thursday on this platform. Informative, up-to-the-minute, up-to-date news you can trust every time.
Turn to regional developments now. Former Turks and Caicos Premier Michael Missick is back home to answer charges of corruption. Missick was extradited from Brazil, where he was imprisoned since last year. The former Premier and 4 cabinet ministers are among 11 people accused of selling Crown lands illegally and cutting other sweetheart deals while in office. Internationally, the UK is bracing for more severe flooding. More than 100 flood warnings have been issued in England, Scotland and Wales as a result of heavy rainfall. Travel has been disrupted with many roads being closed. The UK government is working with its international partners to determine the extent of the damage. And that's our 6 p.m. update. Join us again at 7 a.m. in the morning. In the meantime, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb for more news and sports. You can subscribe to our e-paper or better yet, like us on Facebook to get more news and sports. I'm Kmar Jordan. Stay tuned. In the meantime, the Signia Business Minute is up next.
This news update brought to you by
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
The Business Minute is brought to you by
To my people out there working hard to expand your horizons, chasing a flawless dream. Keep your eyes on the prize and we don't look back. It's forward thinking, on to the new stuff. It's time to lay bricks on the foundation of your future.
Get set with Signia to be sure the world will be yours. Take you to exceptional, incredible new heights. And get set with Signia.
Signia, quality solutions for your financial needs.
This is the Barbados Today Business Minute for Tuesday, January 7th, 2014. I'm Vic Fernandes. We start with news out of the tourism sector. It seems visitors are finding cheaper ways to enjoy holidays in Barbados, and it's biting into profits for some. Executive Vice President of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, Sue Springer, says many families and groups are opting to split the cost of villa or condominium accommodation rather than pay nightly rates at hotels. They're also using more public transportation rather than hiring vehicles or taking taxis, and choosing smaller, more affordable restaurants when they want to eat out. It's no surprise, then, that there was a big drop in tourist spending during the first 9 months of last year. Springer says it led to as much as a 20% drop in retail revenue for the hotel sector. And there are concerns that high wage bills and taxes are making it difficult for hotel properties here to compete with those in other parts of the world. Managing Director of the Crane Hotel, Paul Doyle, says those are two of the biggest challenges.
And when we have to pay duty and the rest of the world that we compete with doesn't, it makes it very difficult.
With the Barbadian SOL Group acquiring SO Bahamas, dealers in that island are waiting to see what's next for them. They're expecting contracts to remain the same for the next 3 years, but there hasn't been any formal word from officials at the Kiffin Simpson-owned conglomerate yet. The SOL Group purchase of SO Bahamas is part of a wide-ranging deal that will see it snap up ExxonMobil operations in 6 other Caribbean territories. And now for today's financial tip. When you suddenly become unemployed, you may need to adjust your budget and stretch whatever available money and severance you get as much as you can. It may mean canceling the cable and not going out as much for dinner, but frugality will be a necessity. And that's been the Barbados Today Business Minute. I'm Vic Fernandes. Join us again on Thursday. Until then, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb for more business, news, and sports.